Oh, yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm down on the floor. Down on the floor today on the Dr.Dollz Show. And I've done this on my previous channel. Boglins. We all know Boglins. These are all the original first release Boglins that came out in 1987. These are not the ones that came out in 2000 that they re-released. These are the actual Boglins that came out the first time. And I've only got one special one. I don't know if you've ever seen them behind me here. God, I forgot the name. I'm not even gonna try to say what the name of it is because I'm blanking out, and somebody will correct me. So I'm gonna act like I don't know anything. Okay? Yeah. I think it's like soggy Boglins or something. You know, they have different ones that are a fish and different ones, you know, with the tongue that pulls out. Okay, that's my special one. The rest are the common ones, and I'm not going to name or try to name their little made-up names that they give them, you know. But like I said, these came out in '87 when, like, the craze when the gremlins and the critters and all that craze was going around. These came out, and they were somewhat popular. And I'm going to show you the commercial for Boglins. Why don't we show that commercial now, and then I'll come back.
Over here, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies need a place to hide out. Come a little closer. Oh, did I scare you? Oh, I do that so well. If you take us home, we'll kiss your Aunt Martha. We'll eat your peas. And we hope you know lots of girls. Hey, the name's Boglins. You sold separately, and we're looking for good homes. Maybe yours?
Okay, that was the commercial. A little blurred, but it's the best one I could come up with. And that shows what kind of marketing scheme they were trying for there. You know, they were spooky, they were gross a little bit, and you know, it's Boglins, you know, and they were supposedly scary and stuff. And this is, you know, well, I got little bags underneath here to keep them in shape, you know. And you can see here, they have real good eyes, you know, and stuff, and they are like a puppet. You know, they were meant to be a puppet. You can put your hands up inside them, and their eyes, whew, that one's coming out there. Their eyes do move back and forth, and you can put your hand in their mouth and make them talk. Let's see, make them talk. He was so nice to me last summer. Yeah, see, you can make them talk if you want, but this one's got a crossed eye. But yeah, the eyes move back and forth. Okay, and they smell very rubbery. Okay. Now the thing about these originally released, these were by Mattel. Okay, company Mattel, and we all know them for toys. And the funny thing is, they're all painted with lead-based paint, which is, we all know, not good, you know, not good for the kiddies, not good to chew on and stuff. And you want to chew on these. I mean, you grab a hold of one of these, and that's the first thing that comes to your head. Man, I'd like to bite on the tail of that right there, because you can just tell how it would just, your teeth would just sink right in there, you know what I mean? And sure, we all want to bite them, but then you find out, oh, they're painted with lead-based paint. How this, even in '87, how this got by without, I mean, it's a child's toy in '87 by a big name company like Mattel, and they're painted with lead-based paint. I mean, when you list these on eBay, they have to like put a warning thing up saying that you're selling an item that has basically been, I won't say recalled, but it's somewhat dangerous because there's lead poisoning, lead paint poisoning possibilities, you know, because they're painted with lead-based paint. And even in '87, I mean, they were well aware of the lead paint poisoning potentials, and I mean, well aware of it. And well, I'm sure they all came from China. I didn't look on the packages. I'm sure they do, because pretty much everything does in this country. And I'm sure that's why they're all painted with lead-based paint, you know. So what a surprise, you know. But how it got past everyone, you know, like at Mattel, and it's like, geez, we had no idea. It's like, come on, you didn't even check. You didn't even check. Anyway, so these are the Boglins, and like I said, I'm not going to go through all the what this is and what that is, because there are so many channels on YouTube and various websites that will talk about Boglins that know a lot more about it than I do. There were also mini Boglins, you know. I'll show a picture up in the corner here that came out, and they came out in like '91, I believe, and they were just small versions of these, and I think there was more of them, more of a variety of them, although there was a big variety of these too. There was a lot of different names, and a lot of them look similar, yes, and I don't have all of them by any means. I just have quite a few, and these, the little ones, they don't, the eyes are not as cool. You can, if you can see up inside here, it's just got, you know, you put your fingers in there, you just kind of wiggle the eyes around. They don't move in the same fashion that the big ones do, and, you know, everything's smaller. You know, and they came in the cages. I don't have any of the cages. You said, well, the cages are half the fun. Collect your own cages. I don't care about the cages, okay? I don't. But the ones with the eyes, you know, the eyes look better and stuff, and, you know, but these are cool. They're kind of cool. And like I said, you want to bite on them. You feel that rubbery texture, and it's like, whew, I'd like to bite on that tail. But you don't, because it's got lead in it, okay? Now, if you have the newer ones from 2000, I don't believe there's any lead poison danger, lead paint poison danger whatsoever associated with those, because, you know, mistake. But these are more collectible, needless to say, because they're the first edition, and they're poison. Poison Boglins are much more tempting to collect than the ones that aren't poison, don't you think? Well, of course they are. And these are all poison. Everything you're looking at here, poison, 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 children. Okay. So let me show you the. I'm gonna have to get up for a second. Let me show you the thing they come out with too, called the Ugglys. I have a thing that's kind of like made the same way. Okay, so okay, well these came out a few years ago. They're called Ugglys. Okay, I only know of them being dogs. Okay, I think they're just dogs. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, people. Don't correct me on that. But they're kind of made in like the same fashion as the Boglins were, but this part back here is hard. It's not all rubbery, and they're probably not painted with poisonous paint. But these don't have the real looking eyes, and they are puppet fashioned. Okay, you can move the, but these are got batteries in the rear end, so you can turn it on like that, and then they make other kind of disgusting sounds. Yeah, isn't that nice? I'm going to show you a commercial for these too. So why don't I show you the commercial?
Hey, it's the Ugly! You're totally gross! Pet pal, open his mouth to burp, scrunch him up to fart, prank your family and friends.
Tea time! Gross! Good boy!
Twist your Ugly's collar to warp the sound. There's over 30 hilarious gross noises. He's totally disgusting.
Oh, that ain't right.
Out now for moves. Sold separate
Okay.
batteries not included.
So I showed you the commercial, and see, they're just based on being gross, you know, and making sounds. Let's see. Let's try to get it to make. There we go. Others. I'm just holding it down, and it's not letting up. See? As long as I held it down, it kept making the sound. Gross, huh? See, much more disgusting than the Boglins, because they do make the disgusting sounds. Oh. Gross, huh? I don't like any of that grossness anyway. I'm sure the kids love it. The kids love it. Yes, they do. So that's the Ugglys and the Boglins that are very similar. You don't have that temptation to bite on this though, as you do these, you know, because the texture's a little bit different. These are more rubbery, and these smell. You know, a whole box of these, I keep them over there. A whole box of these, even wrapped up. I keep them wrapped up because if you don't keep them wrapped up, they stick to each other. They do. They actually, when the temperature isn't ideal in the room, these things will actually stick to each other and like want to be hurt each other by pulling them apart. So I keep them individually wrapped so they don't harm one another. But yeah, they're real rubbery and they smell. I mean, they smell as gross as they look, everyone. So yeah, rubbery Boglins and the Ugglys with 2 G's, by the way, 2 G's. And yeah, I think that's it for the Dr. Dollz show today. Hopefully you can see me down here on the floor down here. I'm sitting on the floor. You can see under my organ today. And I want you to get a more of a bird's eye view of the Boglins today. Okay? Let's close this with some disgusting noises. I'll see you next time, and don't forget to check out Horror Gal. I always got to throw that in, because I don't want to be accused of not throwing that in when I do. Okay, check out Horror Gal next time if you can, and let's close with some gross out sounds.